Hey friends, some of you know the saga of the marine crab that I have, the large red one, and it trying to get shells that were larger than what it was in. And this was his last shell, and actually Just Shrimp Granny sent him a shell, and it was too heavy, so he never could take it. And recently I found two shells that I thought he might like and that might be slightly larger than the one he was in. And I dropped one in, got the air out of it and dropped it in, maybe half hour ago, and thinking I would get my camera, phone, and come back, and forgot about it. I was coming around feeding the tanks and walked up on this. So he's able to be much further down inside this one. He had been down to his thorax region, which you can't really see the beginning of now. There's a line that separates that front area from the thorax, and so he's much further. See, he's curled up in there. The crab himself is not that big back in the back. He just needs enough area to curl his abdomen back in there and squeeze tightly to the shell. So he's already moved himself. That one's bigger, and he could get in it, and he keeps it there. Sometimes at night he comes out of that cave and slips in that one, but it's too heavy for him to carry it. He doesn't want to carry it around, so he would spend the night in there a lot of nights. But so he's got him a shell now, and it's still nice and clean, no algae on it. Actually got two of these. I think they were like $4.99 each at the Reptile Shack up in Rockwood, Harriman area, and that's where I got both of my African green bush snakes and a lot of other things. Some of them I haven't talked about yet. So, but you can see there, he's made his way back. That's his area kind of over here, and he has the fake plant there that he likes to keep in that big flat shell. And so this is his area, his lair, if you will. He often pole dances with that heater. I don't know how he stands it, but he does. So there he is back now to his previous shell. So I don't know if we can see if there's a difference in the size, but there obviously is, because he's able to be much further down, and he's positioning that shell, measuring it, and might possibly slip back over in it. I think he was giving that one a test drive. See him reaching way down in to make sure nothing's in there, and again to measure it, even though he spent the last year or so in it. He's grown up through several shells. And you know, hermit crabs just find a shell and move into it, and as they grow, hopefully they find a bigger shell and a bigger shell, because he's measuring it. And I'm sure he knows that's his old shell. But just wanted to share that real quickly. There's not nearly as much algae over here, maybe. Yeah, that's much better. Just more wires. I leave the algae, especially on that back, for all the fish that eat the algae. For the 30 minutes this tank might be in a video, or something a month maybe, it's not worth keeping the sides of it very clean when so many of the fish enjoy the algae. So, alright, so finally got him a new shell. And I think he's just maybe double checking. There's some distortion here. There we go. The shell he was in, that one there, he may be going to go back in it. That would be super cool. That's something you don't see in a video very often. See, the shape of this one is thicker and much deeper back there. It's like a skull cap kind of, say with some long dreadlocks in it or something back there. He's got a lot more room. See the comparison. So I don't expect to see him go back, but yay, got him a new shell. And normally we can see maybe half an inch further back onto his thorax back there. So he's definitely down in there quite a bit further. Rock on, buddy. I see ya. Happy, happy. Thanks, guys.